Now at 11, we have breaking news. The Bay Area burning as hundreds of wildfires rage. CAL FIRE warns all of us, be prepared to leave at a moment's notice. And tonight, we are live on the front lines with the new evacuations that are underway and the efforts to save homes and our bad air, the worst in the world right now. Now at 11, streaming on CBSN Bay Area. Good evening. I'm Ken Bastida.
I'm Juliette Goodrich in for Elizabeth.
But just within the past hour,
evacuation orders have been issued all over the Bay Area and in the Santa Cruz Mountains. And there's an evacuation warning for the entire city of Healdsburg. CAL FIRE has divided the fires into 3 so-called complexes. The SCU in Santa Clara, Alameda, and Contra Costa counties. The CZU, which is forcing new evacuations in San Mateo and Santa Cruz counties. And the LNU, which started in Sonoma and Napa counties and burned into Solano, Lake, and Yolo counties today.
All right, the LNU complex has already scorched more than 124,000 acres. There is no containment tonight. By comparison, the biggest wildfire last year burned just over 77,000 acres. That was the Kincaid fire in Sonoma County. We have team coverage beginning with KPIX 5's Joe Vazquez in Napa County and the new evacuations near St. Helena just minutes ago. Joe?
Pope Valley. Due north over the hill from St. Helena, the so-called Spanish fire raged through this small community for much of the day. Just over the hill, this is the smoky aftermath along Butts Canyon Road this evening. We saw the remnants of several homes burned to the ground. Spot fires continue to flare on both sides of the road. Police and sheriff deputies have been informing residents this is a mandatory evacuation, but not everybody's deciding to leave. One Pope Valley resident who didn't want to talk on camera says he and some neighbors defied the evacuation orders, stayed behind and poured tons of water on their property and some of their neighbors. They say they saved some structures, but some of their neighbors' homes went up in flames. As night fell, officials grew concerned because the fire appeared to be approaching other communities, including the town of Angwin. More mandatory evacuations were called. We saw hundreds of cars headed down the hill toward St. Helena.
Want to have those memories and things that you want to take quickly. Just kind of want to take the memories with us.
Right now that fire is approaching, but the winds are calm for now. But folks around here know in the overnight hours, anything can happen. If they get that torch effect and the wind starts howling up the hill, it could cause serious problems. Joe Vazquez, KPIX 5.
Now, there are many active fires here in the Vacaville and Fairfield area, but the good news is both directions of Highway 80 are open tonight after being nearly shut down for 3.5 hours. As the fire scorches acres of land, this was one of the many homes it took down in its path. According to longtime Vacaville resident John Pearson, nobody was living in this house.
About 3 o'clock this afternoon, it started coming over the top of the mountain. I called, told them. We'll be there. Never showed.
The fire jumped I-80 in the afternoon, forcing the highway to close in both directions. For roughly 3.5 hours, not a single car on the road. Meanwhile, it was deja vu for those living in the Paradise Valley community in Fairfield.
It was horrifying, you know. We didn't have to evacuate, but it was scary.
Jackie Alexander and many of her neighbors lived through the scare of the Atlas fire in 2017. While this area was put under mandatory evacuation today, many decided to stay put.
They say they're not going to drag you out or anything. They say they just want to know who's staying so they know where to come if it gets bad.
Why go with the kids in the car? It's better to sit here. If it is worse, then yeah, eventually we have to go. But right now, I think for my grandkids, it's safer here.
For those who decided to leave, some regretted the decision.
It took 40 minutes to get to this spot, and we're about a mile, maybe a mile and a quarter from the house.
But with so many homes lost already in this fire, the Barnharts say there really isn't much to complain about.
It's scary, but you realize it's just stuff. Our family's out safely.
Travis Air Force Base did announce evacuations for all non-essential employees tonight. And for those that have been evacuated, there is no word yet on when any of them will be able to go back home.
Yeah, and Andrea, how does what you're seeing tonight compare to the biggest fire from last year? We're talking about the Kincaid fire. You and photojournalist Marco Vargas covered it. You were the first crew on the scene the night that one broke out.
Yeah, I remember that night clearly. We just kept going up and up into the mountain because that fire started at one specific spot by the geysers, but it was windier that night. That's my recollection of that fire and how the wall of flames just came sliding down that mountain. Tonight it's warm, there's a little bit of wind, but the most challenging part about this fire is that it started in so many different spots and firefighters are just having a hard time being able to go to every one of these spots to tackle the fire. Juliet?
Yeah, what's so eerie is just seeing it directly right behind you right now. All right, Andrea, thank you. More breaking news out of Sonoma County in Healdsburg right now. Some people are packed up and headed to safety. The entire city under an evacuation warning tonight. New video showing authorities on standby in the city. There are two separate fires burning in the area. The Walbridge fire west of Healdsburg is 14,000 acres, and the Myers fire north of Jenner stands at 2,500 acres. Both are 0% contained tonight.
Also tonight, CAL FIRE crews have ordered new evacuations in Santa Cruz and San Mateo counties. The so-called CZU August lightning complex fires have more than doubled in size, and today in just a couple of hours. Now at least 22,000 people have been ordered to evacuate. The flames are, there is no containment, 0% contained, and they have consumed at least 20 homes. But fire crews say this is just the beginning.
The major plume of smoke over there is right where my house is. It'd be a crushing blow if we lost it all, but it's hard.